Hello and welcome to Transition Vision. My name is Sophie Coyle and I will be your host today. I am joined by Sophie Monks-O'Byrne, Anna Carthy and Carla Ray. Today we'll be discussing the topic of the Transition Year musical. So Sophie, what musical did you do this year?
This year the transition musical was Grease.
Lovely, and how was the musical chosen, Anna?
Well, Miss Jordan and Miss Nolan got together and they were given a list of all the musicals available to transition years around the country, and they picked the top 3 which they thought would suit our year best. And so they chose Seussical, Once Upon a Mattress and Grease. And then the year, last May, the entire year was given a ballot and we could vote on whichever one we would like to do, and so we came up with Grease.
Right, and Carla, did all the transition years get the opportunity to audition?
Well, everyone got the opportunity to audition, but not everyone wanted to audition because some people wanted to do production or costume design or set design.
Okay, and what did you have to do for your audition? Was there anything in particular you had to do?
Yeah, we each had to sing a song in a pair. We weren't allowed to choose our pairs, they were given to us, and we had to sing Hopelessly Devoted to You. We got a little bit of time to rehearse this, as they told us, I think it was about like 3 days before the audition. And then in the audition we also had to act out a scene. We were given the cafeteria scene, which was good because there's a lot of characters in that scene, so if you had a preference, you could act out that character.
Okay, and were there callbacks, Anna?
Yeah, there were callbacks. They called back two people for each character, except for Marty, they called back 3, and then they did a further audition, and then from there they chose the main cast.
Okay, and Carla, what happened to the girls who didn't want to audition? What did they do?
Well, they all went into areas backstage, for instance, backstage manager, production, set design, costume design.
Right, okay. And did the girls play male parts in the musical?
A few of the girls who didn't get the part in the callbacks were given male parts, but these were really good parts, as most of the boy girls got solos. Yeah. And also 2 boys were brought in from CBC who acted out the 2 main boys in Grease, which were Kaniki and Danny.
Okay, and when did you really see it coming together? Were you ever nervous that it wouldn't come together?
Well, we had done loads of rehearsals. We've been rehearsing since September, but we kind of rehearsed everything separately, so each scene we didn't do it in order, and each dance wasn't part of the scene, and each song was kind of individual. So then in the weeks running up to the show, we started to kind of bring it all together and do the running order and put it in sequence. But it only really came together in the few days before the show, when we actually were using the stage and using the props and doing everything without stopping, and that's when it kind of all came together.
Okay.
I think we were quite nervous after Christmas,
yeah,
because a lot of the dances had been forgotten and the lines, like, people couldn't remember them because we had been away for so far, and as well because in the dress rehearsal we didn't realise how little time we got between each scenes, so we didn't have time to change that fast.
Yeah.
And there's actually, Anna has a funny story about that.
What happened, Anna?
No, it was just after one of the scenes, all the girls had to run off and come back on for the pyjama party, and so it was a huge rush, so we were getting changed really quickly, and then everyone ran on, so we all got changed into our pyjamas, and I was wearing a floor-length nightie with a collar, except I had mine on backwards when I went on, and my mic fell off, so I had to go on with my backwards nightie, holding my mic behind my back and holding it up to me, and I had my wrong ribbons on, and everything was kind of messed up, so on stage I had to sit there like this saying my lines. It was such a disaster, but
disastrous.
It was okay.
Carla, tell me a bit about your part.
I played the part of Sonny, or Dominic Latieri. He's a bit of a lady killer throughout the play and is always chasing the ladies, so...
Right, and what advice would you give to third years regarding the musical?
I would strongly suggest to take part in the musical because it's a huge part in transition year, and it's really good for bonding, and everyone puts so much effort in, even if you don't want to be on stage, and if you get like stage fright and stuff, behind stage it's a huge contribution to the musical, and it's so important. The costumes and the set, like the musical would not come together if people hadn't contributed in those areas.
Okay, great. So sadly, that's all we have time for today on Transition Vision, but I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'd also like to thank my 3 panellists. Thank you and good afternoon.